Growing up in the 80s, of course I had a Nintendo, but I only had a handful of games, so oftentimes I would head to the video rental store on weekends and rent one for the weekend. It was something I'd do with my dad because on weekends I'd go stay with him because my parents grew up divorced, so weekends were spent with dad. We rent some horror movies, and of course I would get an NES game. Having a small library, I would beat those games relatively quickly, so renting one was sure a treat. When I got Bionic Commando for a weekend, I played it and I enjoyed it, but I really didn't know how to progress in the game. I was used to playing games like Mario, Contra, and even Zelda with that exploration adventure type. But with Bionic Commando, it wasn't laid out exactly like play level 1, then go to level 2 with that map screen. So here's your little map screen where you can kind of choose which way you want to go. Certain ones, I guess you don't have to visit. And everything's kind of out of order. You go 1 to 13. Like the numbers, that's why I think confused me too as a kid playing this. I'm like, why isn't it just like 1, 2, 3, 4 like Mario is and any of that? It was a little bit different. You can choose where you want it to go, and then you would have to enter the level, and sometimes you didn't have the right item to progress. Ah, we got the wrong communicator. So I was stumped. I enjoyed the game and the music was fantastic. I liked the concept, but I just couldn't get anywhere in the game. I let it sit on my shelf and never really went back to it. Getting back into retro games when YouTube became a thing and having reviews and seeing people play these cool old games, you know, I dug it out, played it a little bit, but again, couldn't progress much. Well, I put a poll on my YouTube channel seeing what you guys wanted to see me live stream. I live stream every Wednesday at 8 p.m. till 10. Put a couple games up there, and Bionic Commando won by a landslide. I said, all right, I'll dive back into this game. Here we go. So you think you could destroy the main system? You have no chance. Now, it's certainly fantastic playing this game with the community. We had so many people in the live stream helping me out, and it was just a great time. In fact, let me go get the cart, because I feel like I got to show you the cart while I talk about the game. Come on. All right, I'm headed over to my mom's house right now because that's where all my NES games are. I can't keep them at the current place I'm at because I'm in a small game room. The wife's currently building some shelves, so I'll be able to display some of the collection, but everything's at mom's house, so we're headed there now so I could dig out my copy of Bionic Commando. All right, it's been a minute since I came down here. There's the old game room with some stuff here. Penny, hi Penny. It's a good kitty. Oh, I miss you. But I have all my disc-based games here. Wii U, PS3, Vita, some Sega CD in the back. The Play Choice 10, I will get to finish fixing it. We have side graphics and T-molding still to do. And I get some random stuff kind of about. But over through here, into the laundry room. This is where I have the games stored away. So my box games, my loose games, we got some good ones in here. Game Genie, the NES Max controller, totally rad. All right, where is it in this mess? Alright, after digging through all the mess over here, I thought all my NES games were there, but I have a few more actually in my room here because I have a little shelf on the wall right over here. There's a few hanging right here on this cool Nintendo thing, and right here, there it is, Bionic Commando with the custom dust sleeve that I made a while ago. I mean, you can switch it up. You can do whatever you want. Here's Bionic Commando. I put a little logo. Bionic Commando there, and then on the back side I got him swinging. It's got Lad swinging on the hook there. It's got the end label. I made these quite a bit ago. We have a few others here. I did Yo Noid with the Domino's pizza. Got like a pepperoni pizza on there. And we got a mini box right here with DuckTales. So it's all just cardboard that I had printed. Okay, we got the game. Let's head back to the studio. All right, so here's my copy of Bionic Commando that I had, well, since my childhood. And I can say I finally beat the game. Your number's up, monster. Here we go. Everyone get ready. Ah! Hitler's face exploded in an NES game. Speaking about breaking down the best endings on NES, you can check out my podcast, The Weekly Warp Pipe, where we dive into retro topics every Saturday at 7 a.m. We did just break down our top 10 NES endings, so you can check that out. All right, back to the video. Well, it certainly gets hard to play retro video games when you have a little daughter to look after, huh, Gwenny? What's that? Is that the microphone? Hi? Stop eating it. Stop it. She uses the controller as a teether. That's a good one, huh? I did play this game on my NES Classic, which I can use save states to save my progress.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Beating this back in the day, you would have to do it straight through without any way to save your game. So you have to sit down, beat the game in one sitting, or leave your NES on while you went to school and came back and hope it didn't shut off so you can complete the game. I freaking missed. Imagine you beat the boss like that and then you fail here. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have different comments about emulating and using save states, but that's just how I like to enjoy my retro games. I do have the physical copies of the games, most that I play, but with this one here, it just made it easier to live stream and to complete the game. I don't have that much time to continually play a level over and over because I died of my own era. If I can save right before a hard part and I die, I could just restart. Come on, what was that? Right there and try it again. I still have a fantastic experience, and it seems you people enjoy watching me play these games. Now, I do only live stream for 2 hours, so I did have to come back the following day to complete the game. To a quick afternoon stream. We were playing some Bionic Commando last night. I wasn't able to beat the game, so we got a couple more levels. I'm going to see how far we could get in this right here, and hopefully beat Bionic Commando. And we made it all the way to the last boss. I did get hung up a little bit after that because you do still have to escape the island. I tried killing him. That didn't work. To beat the game. But we did it, and I can finally say I beat Bionic Commando 30 years later. This is Lad. Our mission accomplished. Super Joe is safe. It's a fantastic game, and I really want to go back and play it a bunch more. They did do a fun reimagining of it called Bionic Commando Rearmed, which I think came out on the 360, Steam, and PlayStation 3, which I do have it downloaded on my PS3. So if I could figure out how to stream PS3, maybe we could dive into that. But this is also one of the games that came out in the arcade, and I never played much of it in the arcade. I have my first experience with a lot of these games on the NES. Ninja Gaiden was in the arcade, Contra was, Double Dragon, but all of these I experienced first here on the Nintendo. Since I did have some free time after beating Bionic Commando, we did go play the arcade version, which is quite different. That's kind of more familiar with the music there, with the drum beat there. Yes, that's the classic one there. I do like the NES version better. I get they're trying to get quarters out of you, so it's a little bit easier to die, but it was cool hearing some of the music that you recognize from the NES game, and he does still have his bionic arm and gets some cool weapon upgrades, and it was a short playthrough, so we beat that as well, so die! You fulfilled your duty. I'd say we beat the arcade too while we're on here. Well done. 2 down, plenty more retro video games to go. So I encourage you guys to swing by Wednesday nights when I do live stream. It's from 8 to 10, and maybe I'll be able to beat another classic just like Bionic Commando.